Hey everyone, welcome back to Cinemagic Secrets. Today, we're diving into an intriguing tale filled with unexpected twists and characters. Let's get started. Our story kicks off with Q, a high school student who everyone thought was just a loser obsessed with anime. However, he shocks everyone by charming Alya, the most sought-after girl in school, with his impeccable Russian. Alya, who is half Russian and the school's new treasurer, is known for her stunning looks and top-notch grades in both academics and sports. One day, Alya is walking through the school halls when a senior named Ando blocks her path. He introduces himself and asks her out, but Alya coldly rejects him, calling him out for breaking school rules. This leaves everyone in shock, but Alya couldn't care less. Alya heads to class and sits beside Q, who is sleeping on his desk. She kicks his chair to wake him up, scolding him for watching anime all night. Q defends anime, claiming it's an art form that helps many escape loneliness. He then mentions a Twitter argument about anime characters, which Alya finds incomprehensible. When Q realizes he forgot his chemistry book, Alya shares hers. During class, Q dozes off again and Alya jabs him with a pen to wake him. The teacher asks Q a question, and he looks to Alya for help. She points to a word, but he answers incorrectly. Alya then stands up and gives the correct answer, embarrassing Q further. During a break, Q takes out his phone despite Alya's warning. He's excited about winning a rare character in a game, but Alya seems hurt when she notices the character has silver hair, just like her. She mutters something in Russian, which Q secretly understands as a compliment. At lunch, sits with his friends Maru and Kyo. Maru laments his lack of romantic prospects, while Kyo admires Alya and her sister Masha from afar. Q joins in, teasing Maru about his unrealistic chances with the girls. Suddenly, Alya and Suo, another girl, approach their table. Suo, who knows Q from childhood, asks to sit with them. She engages Q in a conversation about their mutual love for spicy ramen, making Alya fume with jealousy. Q asks Suo if she and Alya are friends. Suo replies not yet, but hopefully soon, while Alya, looking down, says she wouldn't mind. Maru nudges Q, suggesting he make a move on the girls, then leaves. Suo moves closer to Q, annoying Alya, and offers him a position on the student council, mentioning his middle school experience as vice president. Q declines, saying he has no interest, but Suo insists he'd be a good fit. Alya, surprised by this revelation, listens as Suo explains that Q was VP while she was president in middle school. Alya mutters in Russian, expressing her annoyance. After lunch, Suo says goodbye, leaving Alya and Q alone. Alya asks if Q and Suo are close, and Q replies they are good friends. Alya, taken aback, claims she never thought a girl would want to be friends with a weeb. Q points out that Alya is also his friend, to which she hesitantly agrees before walking away. That night, Q dreams about his childhood and a Russian girl who taught him some Russian phrases. He wakes up sad, realizing he can't even remember her name. The next day, he arrives at school early and cleans the classroom. When Alya arrives, she notices the cleanliness and a stain on her sock. Q learns it was caused by a truck splashing her with water. Alya asks if he really doesn't want to join the student council, and Q confirms his lack of interest. Seeing an opportunity to tease him, Alya asks Q to get a spare sock from her locker. When he returns, she tells him to put it on her foot. Shocked, Q complies, thinking it's a treat for him. Alya, under her breath, admits in Russian it's a treat for her too. As Q slides the sock on, he accidentally touches her thigh, earning a swift kick to the face. Later, Q texts his online friends about his confusing feelings towards Alya. He notices Alya is still upset and follows her to apologize. She admits it was her fault for kicking him and checks if he's hurt. Q awkwardly thanks her for the spectacular view, earning another punch. He offers her a cola as a peace offering, which she accepts. When she asks in Russian if he wants a sip, Q pretends not to understand, thinking she can express her true feelings in Russian. Days pass, and one afternoon, Yuki asks Q to help clean the council room. Despite his reluctance, he agrees. As they chat and work, Alya appears, looking annoyed at their closeness. Q realizes that Yuki definitely set this whole thing up to mess with him, knowing that Alya likes him. They start cleaning everything, with Yuki chatting away while Alya gets visibly more irritated. She tells Q to focus more on the work, but Yuki excuses herself and moves out. Suddenly, Q hears Alya mumble in Russian, expressing her desire for attention. Q, confused by Alya's words, wonders about her boldness while feeling awkward. Thankfully, they finish cleaning quickly, and just as Q is about to leave, the door opens. In walks Ken, the student council president, surprised to see the room so clean. Yuki informs Ken that Q helped them, leading Ken to thank Q and introduce himself. Ken offers to buy Q dinner as a thank you for his help, but Q politely declines, claiming he was just helping friends. Yuki jumps in, persuading Q to accept, saying he would have to cook for himself otherwise. Ken makes the decision for them, inviting both Yuki and Alya to join them for dinner. At the diner, Ken thanks Q again for his help. Yuki praises Q's physical abilities and negotiation skills. Impressed, Ken offers Q a position in the student council, which Q politely refuses, not wanting to relive his middle school council experience. Despite Ken highlighting the benefits, including automatic recommendations to top colleges, Q remains uninterested, preferring to enjoy life and watch anime. Yuki teases Q about running for student council president again, but Q firmly declines. Ken then reveals that Alya will also run for president, surprising Q. Alya confirms it, but avoids further discussion as their food arrives. After dinner, they part ways, with Ken and Yuki heading in a different direction, leaving Q to walk Alya home. On the way back, Q asks Alya if she's really running against Yuki, but she doesn't seem eager to talk and parts ways with Q. Returning home, Q finds Yuki sprawled on the couch with a romantic novel. It's revealed that Yuki is Q's real sister, pretending to be his love interest to make Alya jealous. Q, frustrated, tells her he doesn't need her help and heads to bed. The next morning, Yuki wakes Q by jumping on his bed, dragging him to a mall for breakfast, despite it being a Sunday. At the mall, she forces him to watch a movie, which he refuses. They head to a clothing store, where Q notices Yuki's changed behavior. She reveals that Alya is tailing them, prompting Yuki to act less sisterly. Q is confused but goes along. Yuki greets Alya warmly, who pretends she's there to shop. Yuki invites Alya to join them for lunch at a ramen place known for its spicy food. Alya, though hesitant, agrees, suspecting Q wants to be alone with Yuki. At the restaurant, Q warns Alya about the extreme spiciness of the ramen, but Alya, determined not to back down, decides to join them regardless. As they sit down to eat, Alya feels nervous about the insanely spicy ramen, while Q and Yuki watch curiously. Yuki decides to use the situation to her advantage and tells Alya that she borrowed one of Q's shirts because she was in bed with him that morning. Q, caught off guard, spits out his drink while Alya glares at him suspiciously. He tries to explain that Yuki just jumped on his bed while he was sleeping, but Alya isn't convinced. Thankfully, their ramen arrives just in time, shocking Alya with its fiery appearance. Yuki and Q seem unfazed, urging Alya to dig in before the noodles get soggy. Alya decides she can't be left behind and takes a big gulp of the noodles. The intense heat hits her instantly, but she pretends to be fine. Q and Yuki, used to the spice, eat without issue, but Q notices Alya mumbling in Russian about the unbearable heat. Concerned, he suggests getting something else for her, but Alya insists she likes the heat, despite tearing up. Yuki, ever the instigator, hands Alya some hot sauce to make the ramen even spicier. Despite Q's warnings, Alya adds a small amount and takes another bite, screaming from the intense heat and running out of the restaurant. Q follows Alya to a nearby park and checks if she's okay. She insists she's fine, but Q offers to buy her some ice cream, which she eagerly accepts. As she enjoys the triple scoop, Q asks why she wants to become the student council president. Alya's mood darkens as she replies that she just wants to try. She mentions not having a partner for the election, but Q advises that she needs one. Alya mumbles in Russian that she would want him to be her partner, though Q doesn't catch this. After finishing the ice cream, Alya asks Q to help her shop for clothes. Q agrees, considering them friends, which surprises Alya. She wonders if he pities her because he thinks she can't win against Yuki. Determined to impress, she heads to the changing room but gets cold feet, fearing his reaction. However, Q's genuine compliments boost her confidence as she tries on various outfits. Finally, she tries something more revealing but is embarrassed when Yuki arrives unexpectedly. Alya quickly retreats to the changing room. Later, on the train ride home, Alya is too flustered to talk. When they reach Q and Yuki's station, they bid her goodbye. Alya berates herself for wearing something skimpy, worried about Q's opinion. Realizing they got off at the same station, she contemplates whether to spy on them. Will Alya's feelings for Q ever be understood? How will she fare in the student council election against Yuki? Stay tuned to find out in the next episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more high school drama and comedy. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.